Hey guys, welcome to the Fight Tonight channel. Friends, before starting to watch this video, I would like to ask you to subscribe to my channel. I really want to get 10,000 subscribers on my YouTube channel. It's so close. Thanks for supporting me, guys. Shakur Stevenson casts doubt on Devin Haney fight. He can't fuck with me. Shakur Stevenson is pursuing a fight with undisputed lightweight champion Devin Haney, but there are questions as to whether or not it will happen. Stevenson was announced as mandatory by the WBC following a 6th-round TKO over Japan's Shuichiro Yoshino, his first fight at lightweight, having been champion at both 126 pounds and 130 pounds. He told he would be activating his mandatory position to fight Haney next. Although alluded to rumours, the champ may move up to super lightweight before it can happen. I'm fighting the winner next. I mean, that depends on if he stays at 135 pounds, because I'm hearing he's gonna go up. Haney has made no secret of being tight at the weight and has floated moving up more frequently of late. However, in the aftermatch of the fight, he did say that he would stick around for just two bouts, Stevenson and Gervonta Davis. If he does, it's a catch-22 in Stevenson's mind. He believes that the weight cut will affect him in the ring. He gotta cut all that weight. He looked a little bit weak in there. He ain't look too strong. Man, whatever he do, he can't fuck with me. Asked further about the fight, Stevenson said that he saw a lot of flaws in Haney that he believes he can exploit on the way to a victory. Scouting reports Gervonta Davis vs Shakur Stevenson. Gervonta Davis vs Shakur Stevenson could be the next huge lightweight fight. But how would it go if it goes down? The lightweight division has been a focal point of boxing over the last month, with Gervonta Davis beating Ryan Garcia, albeit at 136 pounds catchweight, in late April, and Devin Haney winning a narrow and debated decision. While that may lead to discussion of a Haney vs Davis fight, and with good reason, there is another challenger out there loudly announcing his intentions to clean out the division, Shakur Stevenson, who just moved up to 135 pounds in early April himself, but has already won titles at 126. And if Haney moves up in weight, which is very possible, the fight at 135 pounds for many people would become Davis vs Stevenson. What would Gervonta Davis vs Shakur Stevenson look like? The starkest contrast between the two fighters is their punch counts. While neither have a zealous output the likes of an Oscar de la Hoya, it will be a battle of styles. Stevenson has only won 10 of his 20 professional fights by way of stoppage. He clearly has power, but his adversary Davis is a knockout man with an outstanding 93% KO rate. Recently, we have seen Davis pull back from letting his hands go even more than usual. Against Rolando Romero, Davis threw out 40 punches throughout the first 3.5 rounds. Further, he threw only 26 jabs in the entire 6-round showdown and landed a mere 12 body shots. Against Hector Luis Garcia, Davis was tactical, and showed why he is one of the best counterpunchers in all of boxing. And Ryan Garcia learned the hard way that size and reach advantages too little to deter the showstopper out of Baltimore. Contrastingly, Stevenson picks his spots and is a masterful combination artist. His onslaughts usually come in 4-punch sequences, rarely ever exceeding that amount. Stevenson scores points, while Davis' fights almost never go the distance. If Stevenson elusiveness and the chin carry him through, the scorecards would likely favor him of sheer volume and precision. Strength versus weaknesses. Stevenson's defense is impeccable. He doesn't even need to jump back to dodge a punch. Simply leaning on his back foot and escaping barrages does the trick. Stevenson also uses ring space well. when pinned against the ropes in the Yoshino fight. Stevenson was able to let off counters and frustrate him. Against Jamel Herring, Stevenson rendered his opponent's reach advantage obsolete. To the contrary, Davis is a stalker. He is great at closing a distance without needing to do so in haste. He does not throw his jab frequently. The question is, will Stevenson be able to utilize his footwork and elusiveness to dodge a knockout punch from Davis? Likely, Davis will invite Stevenson to pour on his offense, while carefully seeking the money counter shot. If it never comes, thus the question on the other side of the table is, will Davis do enough with his jab and combinations to score points? Shakur has a tendency to probe with his jab hand, typically seen from fighters looking to establish distance. He follows it up with a busy jab that keeps opposing fighters at bay. This was seen most in his fight against Oscar Valdez. In fact, Valdez fought that fight in close approximation to how Tank would. He kept his blows up, forming a guard with his forearms. Davis has done so in each of his last 4 fights, absorbing contact. While Stevenson dominated the Valdez fight, the latter was able to connect frequently to the New York native's body, utilizing a bevy of tactics to confound Stevenson, including getting low and cutting off Angeles. How does the fight shake out? Stevenson may need to prove himself in the division before getting his shot at Davis or the other top dogs, like Haney. However, neither Stevenson and Davis have backed down from throwing werewolf shots at one another, and an all-time point to the fight taking place, even if it takes a while to materialize. As presently constructed, Davis has been too sharp in all of his fights that it seems hard to envision him losing. He has a durable chin that enables him to let his hands off without fearing opponents. If Stevenson can somehow endure 12 rounds of punishing shots from Davis, and it comes down to the cards, he would have a great and dare I say favorable shot at taking down Tank. But to do so would likely require him hurting Davis at some point in the fight and making him respect his power. Otherwise, all signs point to Davis securing the victory, no matter how exceptional of a pugilist Stevenson may be. Thanks for watching, guys. If you like this video, please subscribe to my YouTube channel.